Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 202. It is Wednesday today. Wednesday. It's one of those weeks where the days are off because we had Monday with no work, and so today's Wednesday, but it's Tuesday. But what day is it? It is Wednesday. It's been rainy here in Cincinnati. Warm, but definitely very, very wet. Some thunderstorms moving through, and a lot of humidity and moisture in the air. But I think the sun is coming out. When I just looked outside, it looked like it was starting to peek through the clouds. So I'm recording later than usual today. We had some appointments for my son today, some follow-ups, and he is doing great, of course, as he always is. And as I came home from, just meeting with doctors and getting everyone's just saying he's doing great, he's so awesome. He's almost a straight A student, as he would love to share with anyone who wants to know. He's doing really well in school, and he's just such a great, beautiful soul in this young man's body. And so today, when I got home, I was just feeling such gratitude for the journey we've had from, when I was pregnant with him all the way through till now. He's this young man of 16 and getting a job and starting to drive, and at some point he's going to go off to college. It's all expanding. His journey is reaching a new phase of just play and adventure and excitement. And so when I came home and I was meditating, preparing for the podcast, this song came to mind that I'm going to read the lyrics to. And it's so powerful. It's so powerful. And that's exactly where I find myself in this moment. The mood or the feeling that I have, it's nostalgia and sadness a little bit, and such pride and for my son and who he is, and such enthusiasm and joy for his future. Such a deep sense of we did it really well. His dad and I and his stepdad, we have done really, really well. He's just an amazing young man. And my daughter's amazing too, but today's podcast is much more about my son. So what came to mind was the song, which actually my daughter first sent to me. It's titled Growing Up by Macklemore, and I'll just give you a quick background and then I'll read you the lyrics, and may it inspire all of us who are in this parenting adventure, beginning this parenting adventure, preparing for this parenting adventure, sitting as the surrogate parents for those who are aunts and uncles and grandparents and neighbors and loved ones. It takes so many beautiful humans to raise another beautiful human. It is not a one-person job at all. Oh, let me not forget the teachers, the coaches, the church goers, the youth group leaders, like all these beautiful people who raise our children. So my daughter sent me this song. I think she sent it as a text message. She told me to listen to this YouTube song, and it was in October of 2015. I was in the midst of deciding, do I stay in this place where I can feel my gifts aren't fully valued for what I do in my work, or do I step away from that space and do it on my own? Do I start my own company? What? And she sent this song to me, and the title's Growing Up. And you would think that the song is about the children who are growing up. No, it is not. It is about us as parents who have way more growing up to do than our much wiser younger children. And so I loved the song, and it really helped guide me through a difficult time in my professional journey, in my personal journey. And so when it came to mind today, I was just reflecting on like how much love and strength and faith it has taken to walk this parenting journey and believe and know that our children are in the best of hands, and we are doing all that we can to raise incredible humans. Um, so here's the background on the song, and then I'll read you the lyrics. So here's what I found when I Googled it. Ben McLemore Haggerty became a father for the first time when his fiancée, Tricia Davis, gave birth to Sloane Ava Simone Haggerty on May 29, 2015. This reflective ode finds the Seattle rapper dispensing life advice to his baby daughter in the verses. Ed Sheeran croons the chorus, which captures Macklemore's sentiments of uncertainty about his new role as a father. Macklemore, the story behind the song in a letter to his fans on his website, said this: "I wish that I could say that I was in a better place when I found out the news about his pregnancy. It would make for a far more polished and respectable story. But I think back to that night, praying on the floor at 2 a.m. as Tricia went to the bathroom to take a pregnancy test I just purchased from Walgreens. I was scared. Scared to start working on new music. Scared of trying again and failing. Scared of the process of staring at myself through a page and seeing something that I wasn't proud of. Someone that I didn't like. Someone that wasn't ready to be a dad. I've always had some make-believe image in my head of who I would be as a father. I held on to clear expectations of where I wanted to be in my career, my age, my level of self-care, and my maturity. I basically assumed that I'd have it all together. But in actuality, the hypothetical dad version of me looked completely different than the man whose heart was beating out of his chest on the carpet, praying to a god or spirit I hadn't talked to in months. When Tricia walked out the bathroom, I knew. And I knew I had to change. 5 months later, we were recording in a remote cabin away from the density that is Seattle. I was finally having fun in the studio for the first time in years. Songs were getting made, finally. I was going back to the city once a week to attend birthing class with Tricia. When I got back to the cabin the next day, Ryan Lewis had made a new beat that would eventually become the song that you're listening to. Half of it is advice about growing up. The other half is trying to figure out how to grow up myself. Writing the lyrics was an emotional experience for Macklemore. I wrote the words, "They say boys don't cry, but your dad has shed a lot of tears," he recalled to MTV News, referencing the song's opening lines, and immediately just welled up, and it just kind of came. So, here are the lyrics. This is for all of us who are raising children and at the same time growing up ourselves. It's called Growing Up, Sloane's Song. They say boys don't cry, but your dad has shed a lot of tears. They say I should be a strong man, but baby, I'm still filled with fear. Sometimes I don't know who I am. Sometimes I question why I'm here. I just want to be a good dad. Will I be? I have no idea. They say girls shouldn't be tough, and moms should raise their kids at home. But baby, I know that isn't true, because your mom is the toughest person I know. I want to raise you to be like her, and watch you show the world how to do it on your own. I'm still trying to figure out who I am. I don't want to mess this up or do this wrong. I'm going to be there for your first breath. I don't know if I'll be there for your first step. I can promise you that I'll try to work less. But the tour's routed, I've got this album, put in so many hours, and I just want the outcome. to be something that I can look back and I can be proud of. I don't want to be a dad that's living in FaceTime, but I've got a world to sing to and you at the same time. I won't spoil you. You can trust that. For your sweet 16, you get a bus pass. Had your heart broken. Been there, done that. I love you and I can't give you enough of that. Get back to the community that raised you up. Read Langston Hughes. I suggest A Raisin in the Sun. Listen to Sam Cooke. A change gonna come. You put the work in. Don't worry about the praise, my love. Don't try to change the world. Find something that you love. And do it every day. Do that for the rest of your life. And eventually, the world will change. I'll be patient 1 more month. You'll wrap your fingers round my thumb. Times are changing, I know. But who am I if I'm the person you become? I'm still growing up. Listen to your teachers. Don't listen to your teachers, but cheat in calculus. Tell the truth, regardless of the consequence. And every day, give your mama a compliment. Take your girl to the prom, but don't get too drunk hanging out the limo. Slow dance with your woman in your arms. Sneak her in after, but boy, you better tiptoe. Don't wake your mom up. Do yoga. Learn about karma. Find God, but leave the dogma. The quickest way to happiness, learning to be selfless. Ask more questions. Talk about yourself less. Study David Bowie, James Baldwin, and Tupac. Watch the sunset with best friends from a rooftop. Wear a helmet, don't be stupid. Jaywalk, but look before you do it. If it snows, go outside. Build a jump, get some help. Get a sled, thrash the hill with your friends till it melts. Go to festivals, camp, fall in love and dance. You're only young once, my loved one. This is your chance. Take risks because life moves so fast. You're only young once, my loved one. This is your chance. I'll be patient 1 more month. You'll wrap your fingers round my thumb. Times are changing, I know, but who am I if I'm the person you become? If I'm still growing up. If I'm still growing up. That song slays me, as my children would say. That song slays me. I don't even know. Maybe that phrase is outdated. Maybe that's not even a phrase that people say anymore. Being a parent, it's like we try to get it and to speak the same language and to understand, and then it changes, and they're growing up and we're growing up, and we have to learn a whole new language. And that's how I feel at this moment today. That's how I feel. My daughter is so grown up. My son is stepping into this next phase. The next time he goes back for a checkup, he'll be 18. Like, we are reaching it's not a completion, because I'll never be complete being a parent to my children, but it's a threshold. We're reaching a threshold, and I am humbled at how much growing up I have done in this parenting journey that I said yes to, and how much my children continue to teach me. So today was a good day. Today was a really good day. Thank you for tuning into this vibration of pure love. I invite you to join me in aligning with the optimal health of your mind, body, spirit in the virtual community of Viv's Energy Gym. You can learn more at mysouljourney.com. Let's take this message of Gaia's love out into all of our relationships and communities today. So much love from my heart to yours.